It's okay.
Oh, okay.
She said.
Yes, that's the pretty lady behind the camera. Right now she's in front. Look how pretty she is. Look how pretty she is.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
Oh. She's like, oh crap, I'm out.
Crap, I was just kidding, Michael. I asked Aunt Sandy if she got Samantha's email. She's like, I don't know. I'll check.
How old is Aunt Sandy?
85?
117?
No. She looks great. I almost said it ain't worked on either.
Wow.
It didn't work, but
I don't want to live that long. I think that's way too long.
I'm okay living that long if...
I'm not.
As long as...
Oh, that's so long, and you can't even get up, and you're pooping your pants probably.
We're going live in just a couple minutes on Dash, but we are live right here right now. Say hi, baby. Pockets with their Red Bull.
Yep.
Yep. Start saying, what's up, man? When are you coming back to LA? Whatever happened when you... Never mind, we have to talk offline. I think I'm missing page one.
It's right here. The phone number's on.
Hey, we'll put the phone number in there, 323-230-4610. Don't be afraid to call. Vine, thank you. Make your weekdays great again. We appreciate it. Mardi Gras, probably not. Naughty New Orleans, yes, always. Sartain, good thing I know you meant shooting a video, not that you were doing a shooting in Van Nuys. It's like, I'm in Van Nuys. I'm in LA shooting in Van Nuys.
Oh my god.
But he does.
What's the
movies
saying? I took up photography because it's the only place I could shoot people.
What's the only place you can shoot people's chop people's heads off?
Shoot people and chop their heads off.
Yeah.
It's photography. And that's the only one I say is okay.
That's it. No mas. No mas. Not working? So we've had this problem now a few times. It's okay though. They're getting it worked out.
They're working out the kinks.
Yeah. See, and then we can have the DJ playing Kinks right there.
What's the kinks?
Kinks are a band.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm thinking we need a DJ. I think we should include a DJ in the show. I don't know. Jules, you DJ?
I do.
I think Jules might need to be DJing for
She's not
us.
sneaker shopping. She DJs on the floor.
Yeah, really. Yeah, there's all those codes you have to enter, right?
Yeah.
So we are live on Facebook right now, Dash Radio. You can download the app because only Mondays and Tuesdays we do Facebook Live. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we are live on Dash Radio, as Monday and Tuesday also. You can download the app for free, listen for free, and it's commercial free.
I like the back of my phone.
I do like the back of your phone. Dash has over 80 stations of music and talk. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So check it out. Michael, we are thinking about Wednesday. Wednesday is Toys for Tots, Babes in Toyland. Send me a text about that, Michael. Send me a text about that, please.
It's Christmas time already.
I know, it's December, baby.
Jeez.
I know. So, hopefully everyone had a good weekend. It's Monday. You and I had a good weekend.
Yes, you did.
What a nice
I
weekend.
crocheted a lot.
You're dressed very warm today.
I'm freezing.
You're dressed warm.
I know.
That's my point, silly.
There's people saying I'm
You
just
dressed. No, I'm saying. I can see you out here. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. What's up, Joe? I don't know if it's you or Amanda, but what's up, you guys?
What up?
We're just waiting for the beautiful Jules to connect us live in a Dash. So right now, anybody on Dash is hearing a replay. But then when we go live, it'll be live. Holly and Michael.
That's a cool board.
Yeah.
Crazy how much it does.
Yeah. And I'm going to get to work the board today, so good luck.
Huh, that's so cool.
I know there's all these codes. A couple people had to come down with those codes, Jules.
Yeah, for some reason it's not.
And they weren't working last time either.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they got it to work.
Yeah, they
but
got it to work, but
I think the head honcho
the
did it.
head honcho had to do it.
Thank you, Jonathan. We love you guys too. Sup, JoJo Vale. Jackson, thank you.
This episode brought to you by Red Bull. Holli Wicks.
Uh-huh.
If you're in Los Angeles, this is a great event. I don't know if you can see it. Babes in Toyland, Charity Toy Drive from the Victorino Naval Foundation. Wonderful man, by the way. So take a look, get your tickets. Babes in Toyland and Charity.com. Amazing, amazing, amazing event. We've been very proud to be part of. Speaking of babes, Pockets, you and Julie need to be there.
Where are we going?
Babes in Toyland? Top Toys for Tots?
Veet, baby. You know it now, Joe. Veet.
You beat your meat.
Veet your meat. Todd Chambers, what's up?
I've decided I'm going to let his hair grow out, though. All over your body. See how long we can get it.
We're getting closer on Dash. We are. But don't worry. We'll get there. Promise. Promise, promise. New Year's Eve, Miami. We are very excited for Miami. Remember last time? Did that happen? See, it makes us feel special that we're so special. Technically, we are the only show that goes live on Playboy Radio. I think that's probably why. Look at us.
Yeah, you guys are.
So when you look at the lineup of Playboy Radio, just for the record, Holly and Michael are the only show that's new and live. So,
Probably Dean.
but thank you. Yeah, I just was at the barber yesterday. What was I gonna say? So New Year's Eve, check llvclub.com. We are still looking to do a giveaway. Pockets posted about it. The problem is one prize is worth over $3,300. The prize, you don't get money.
No.
The other one is valued at over $1,300. But there are all these laws regarding sweepstakes, contests, and lotteries. There's no fee to join. But if we ask you to like a page that's different than the page you read it on, that's considered a cost to you because your time is of value. And we respect you. But advertisers who are paying this money also want to make sure they get something out of it. So we're working very hard and very diligently to be able to give these away for free. It'll include hotel and party, not airfare.
No, not airfare.
But hotel and party is the first prize package, and then both parties.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, we're going live. What's up, JJ Bear and Heather Bear? JJ Bear's birthday yesterday. I'm going to sit there. So whenever you be ready, I'll be ready.
All right, here we go.
Remember last time I tried to open the show?
Yeah.
I was
once
like,
someone probably started opening the show, that was really good.
what are we doing?
I don't know.
Start talking.
You ready?
Yeah, you're good.
Holly and Michael, Playboy Radio, Modern Love, powered by Dash Radio. Thank you for joining us now on Facebook Live or Dash. If you were listening to an old show and you heard us cut in, it's because we're live now, baby. That's what happens. As the only show on Playboy Radio that has new shows and live shows, there's still a few complications here and there. Currently, we can say this is the Holly and Michael Modern Love Studio because I know their Playboy Radio shows yet.
This is true.
That's our studio, baby. It's our studio. Before coming live on a Dash, we were talking on Facebook Live, which is Michael Pockets, about contests, giveaway, sweepstakes, lottery, but it's not going to be lottery. You don't have to buy anything. We are working with LLV Club and the man himself who started Dash Radio to get, thank you guys, we adore and love you guys, to give away 2 prize packages for New Year's Eve. One is valued over $3,300. Valued, not cash. Valued. The other is valued at over $1,300. The complications, you guys, like it or not, is as honest and ethical as we are. Yeah, there's rules, there's legalities. And
There's
we want to make
boundaries.
this, there's boundaries. Hey, rules and boundaries.
Hey.
You know, just like Veet is part of my rule for meat. There's rules and boundaries.
That is true. You only use Veet for your
only
meat.
use Veet for my
They
meat
should
now.
sponsor you.
Yeah, they should sponsor me now. And we want to make this. That's totally okay. Sorry, you're in Facebook jail. We want to make this available to the world, and that's making it a little tough because in the EU, every country has certain rules. In Canada, every province has certain rules. In the United States, every state has certain rules. So we're working really hard with LLV Club and the powers that be here at Dash Radio to be able to bring you 2 prizes. Hopefully, if you win, you can make it to Miami.
Yes.
Again, airfare will not be included, but 1 prize. If we can pull this off, and I believe we will, one way or the other. 1 prize is 3 nights and 4 days at the Hotel Intercontinental in Miami. and the Friday night party,
Yep.
as well as a New Year's Eve party on the yacht that's over $40 million.
It's beautiful.
The yacht is incredible. The pictures are LLV.
The ticket's not 40 million.
No,
the yacht
is valued at over
but
40
you don't
million.
have to buy it.
You don't have to buy the yacht. And that's one prize, so the 3 nights, 4 days of the hotel and the party. The second prize we're giving away is valued at over $1,300, and it's the Friday night and Saturday night party.
Yep.
For the couple. It's for a couple.
Yes.
And let me preface that this is for a couple. Single men, no. Single women. If you want to come alone, that's fine, I guess. But, you know, totally
Fun
up to
with
you.
someone else.
It's sometimes fun with somebody else. So that's New Year's Eve, Miami. Check out hollyandmichael.com. HOLLI. I am really loud. How do I turn on my volume?
On
no.
your little headphoney thing.
No, because I am here, so I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
right,
follow the yellow brick road or follow.
I don't want to, but I'm afraid if I touch something.
not that, your
this, not
headphones.
that. Wait, I did follow that, baby. My head. Oh, wait. Oh, down here.
Headphones.
Found it. That's the wrong way. All right, here we are. Dash Radio 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. Give us a call. I'm going to try to work this board. If you call, we can talk to you. Love to hear your voice. I think Puckets gets tired of my voice after a little bit. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, H-Bear. Oh, Libra Nacho. Their other, JJ Bear and Heather. Their other profile got put in Facebook jail, I guess.
Oh, I hate this Facebook jail.
That does
No,
suck.
I feel like no one works at Facebook. It's just,
Yeah, you can't call them.
it is impossible. You can't call them. You can't do anything.
Volume?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I was
Now I can
listening
hear
to you
myself.
guys upstairs.
Oh, thank you. All right, there we go. Okay, there we go. I did it.
Better?
Much better. Maddie Lawyer, I hope you got the photo Holly sent you. Okay, good. Let's back get on a roll. On a roll, baby. So get on a roll, baby.
Okay.
On a roll. No, that's on the road again.
I was making it up.
New Year's Eve.
You are so serious.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm not
stop
serious
being
anymore.
so
I am not
serious.
serious anymore. What am I now?
You're Dash.
I'm Dash, baby. I'm Dash Radio. I'm proud to be Dash Radio. That's right. Facebook jail. That's New Year's Eve, Miami. What?
Stop commenting on everyone.
New Year's. I know you. But I love seeing all the family. But thousands of people log in. I want to say hi. I want to say hi to all of you. At SwimTime69 on Twitter. Michael Pockets on Facebook. Your Instagram.
Real Holly Pockets.
All right. Really quick, let me just say it again. New Year's Eve, Miami. We're working on the contest there. We'll get all the rules out. Go to llvclub.com to check it out. January 3rd through the 10th, we'll be broadcasting and speaking at Desire Resorts. Go to desire-experience.com. Look at International Swingers Month and everything going on. Last but not least, March of 2017, we'll be back in Jamaica for Young Swinger Week and again in April with Wild Women Vacations and the Playful Pussy.
April's my birthday.
April is your birthday, April 7th. Dun, 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 dun. Yes.
I wish I was all powerful.
You pretend to be so. You are wise, though. I do call you wise.
I am very wise,
Those
and
are
I'm very handy.
Oh, you're extremely crafty and handy.
Crafty and handy.
You're extremely crafty and handy.
Yeah.
Playboy Radio's Holly and Michael live. Modern Love, powered by Dash. Give us a call, 323-230-4610. I also wrote it. Oh, sorry, Amy said. All right, also wrote it because it's there so you can call us if you want.
Yeah.
Bias likes it, so then I stop reading what everybody writes.
Oh my God.
Would that make it better for you, baby, if I did that? If I stopped reading what everybody wrote?
Yes.
But I like reading what everyone's saying. They're friendly.
I know, but then the show would just be about you commenting on.
True.
No, I wouldn't even be. I could sleep in.
True. You and I take great pride that we share what we call how to empower couples. So yeah, you can go listen to a seminar about how to give a better blowjob or how to eat vagina better or Kama Sutra. You and I have tried some of those positions.
Some of them are impossible.
Some of them, we don't bend that way, so it's tough. It is tough,
You
right?
have to have like a 12-foot penis and a curved vagina.
Yeah, that's the only, well, okay, maybe not the only way it works, but it's one of the only way it works.
Yeah.
And we are big believers that a secure me creates a strong we, whether it's Monday like today, happy Monday everybody, or it's a hump day, or it's a Friday. A secure me creates a strong we.
Yes.
So I love that we share what to do to be happy in relationships. I wanted to give a few thoughts that if you can relate to, it's time to end your relationship
Dun, dun, dun.
with the person you're with and find someone new. And this is in or out of the lifestyle.
Okay.
As you and I are proud to be labeled swingers,
Just couples in general.
people in general.
Yes.
People in general. Now, if you're worried because 10,000 new people signed up on Tinder or Bumble or Adult Friend Finder or Swingy or something like that, 2 free, 2 not free. alphabetical order. No,
Yeah.
Bumble, Tinder.
Okay.
Bumble, Tinder, not those are free.
Free.
And then Adult Friend Finder and Swingy, alphabetical order.
Yes.
They cost.
Okay.
Don't be looking around the digital corner, right? But if you can relate, because there's always going to be something or someone new.
Always.
But if you're happy, if you're monogamous, truly monogamous, not lying.
Yeah.
Right. Not
Okay,
lying.
good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Or consensually non-monogamous. If you can relate to these things, and I don't advocate divorce, I don't advocate breaking up, but I advocate that over being miserable, unhappy, angry, fighting, ruining your life,
Lying, cheating, stealing.
regret,
Regret.
10 years, 5 years of regret.
Yeah.
You know, I look at JJ Bear and Heather Bear, for example, and how happy they are now in their second marriage. Not saying they didn't have good times in a first. I believe it's JJ Bear's second marriage also. But what they learned and what they brought with them to this marriage,
Yeah.
I feel, encourages others to understand that if you're not married or in a relationship, emulate these things like you and I, like them, and like so many others.
Yes.
If you are in a second marriage, make sure the same mistakes don't happen twice.
Right.
Because then what's the common denominator?
You.
You!
Yeah.
And if you were the common denominator,
Then you probably should seek some help.
then a little bit of help would be good to do.
Yeah.
All right, so can we do that? Because we always, not always, we often talk and share ways to be happy, to get happy, to continue happiness, to create happiness.
Wow.
Happy's good.
Create.
Happy's good.
Happy is very good. I like
Happy's
being
good.
happy.
I like being happy too. But like I was saying, okay, go back to Libra Nacho, who is JJ Bear and Heather from Dirty
I
Perv.
love nachos.
You do love nachos. Gluten, baby, gluten. No, it's corn.
Gluten free. It's corn.
You made some.
I can't remember eating corn.
Okay, seriously, you want to go ADD on me here? But you made some incredible chocolate chip gluten-free cookies last
Oh my
night.
god, they're in my first right
Not
there.
fair. Not fair. But let's be happy. If you're not happy.
You can go ADD, but I can't.
Oh, you do it too. But if you're not happy, if this is you, be strong enough to move forward. I'm not
That's
saying.
hard to do. It is
How come?
hard. I mean, I'm gonna go with my example. I didn't have a job. I'd never been to college. I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years.
Right.
So I had nothing. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go work. I had some money.
But that's not why you left him. You didn't leave him because you were stay-at-home mom, no college, all that.
No. But it's hard to start over again.
It very much is hard to start over.
And it was hard to
Scary.
come to the terms that I have to start over. It's like when you're 18 and you're going to college and you have to pay for your own college and you have to do this and that. It's scary as hell.
Majority of college students, when they go off to school, just to give you an example of what you're saying, their first semester, sometimes second also, I think colleges should throw out that GPA. Because you're away from home the first time, you have independence and freedom. If you go to class, wow. If you get a C or better, I'm shocked. And I'm not saying all students, but a majority of students don't know how to handle their independence.
They don't.
Just like you're saying, if you're in a bad relationship, you might not be sure how to get out of it.
Yeah.
And you can talk to me, you can talk to you can talk to the again, I'm only using the names of people that have given us permission to use their names, and that's JJ Bear and Heather, and others too if you want. Because we can advise, and I do not advocate divorce. I do not advocate breaking up. I am a big believer, and who just wrote it? Somebody just wrote it. Jackson Frost wrote, second chances bring great wisdom and open communication. You can give your partner a second chance.
Yes,
Maybe
you
a
can.
third, but it's at what point do you realize in baseball there's how many strikes?
3.
And what happens?
You're out.
You got it.
I think that's what happens.
That's what happens. Cubs win! It's been a few weeks, but not a month. Cubs win.
I think that by the second time you should probably have kicked that person out by now. Third time you're just begging for
Fool me
it.
once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
So then if you say, now we both shamed, and if it happens again, we're done. You cannot.
You can't say it if you're not going to do it.
There you go. Because you make a threat, I'm leaving if you do this again.
Right.
And let's say it's cheating, or let's say it's lying, or let's say it's spending every dollar you have on your credit cards and your bank account. Now you can't pay bills.
Right.
Those are all serious things. And if it's happened so many times that you say, if you do this again, I must leave this relationship, then you must leave, because then your word means nothing.
Yeah. You're just empty threats.
If they're empty threats, and people aren't going to believe you, you know.
I never said that. I just left.
Well, again, you did ask him to stop cheating.
I did ask him.
Wait, hold on. You didn't just leave. You caught him. He lied. You caught him in the lies.
But I never threatened to leave.
No, you never threatened. You asked him to stop.
Yeah.
He promised he'd stop. Did he?
No, he changed his password.
He just changed his passwords or his methods. That's what he would do. All right. So again, I don't want you to exit a relationship, and sometimes a second chance is the best thing you can do, wisdom and open communication. But if you're past that, if your partner says you've changed and not for the better, you need to ask yourself what they're referring to, and then you must ask your partner what they're referring to. Because have you changed so much where your partner is no longer interested and or attracted and or invested in that relationship?
Yeah.
So I'm not telling you to leave, right. I'm not telling you to leave as you didn't leave or make empty threats with your ex-husband. What's going on? How can we fix this?
Yeah.
If what they share with you is something that you are completely against, because there's negotiating, there's compromising, which I'm a big fan of negotiating, not compromising, and then there's completely giving in. If you're giving in, then you're going to be miserable.
Yeah, and you're gonna have resent. We were on the Ricky Lake show one time, and this girl called in and said, "Well, my husband made me do this," and did it. No one makes you do anything. You have the choice to make it, and you have the choice to leave as well.
Right. And, well, if I didn't do this, they would have... No, see what you just said? If you didn't, they would have.
Right.
If you fear for physical danger, get out and get help.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, get out, then get help. Don't go...
There's always help somewhere.
If you want it.
Yeah.
If you want
it.
If you don't, okay. If you avoid your partner at all costs, sums up with that relationship.
I'm not avoiding you. I'm just tired.
I'm just knitting a blanket for our daughter, watching...
It's
Wait,
all...
what the hell's that show you're watching now?
Oh my gosh, Downton Abbey is the
Watching
greatest
Downtown
show
Abbey.
ever.
Michael, it's not just you. Downtown Abbey.
They all have accents. How can I go wrong with that?
Okay, another thing... I have to move forward. Damn accent thing. No, another thing that you need to take a look at your relationship, because we talk about ways to increase happiness, pleasure, sensuality, sexuality, intimacy. But you can't have those if this has happened.
Yeah.
If your partner almost immediately tells you from the start of your relationship and in any conversation, hey, I don't care what you say, I come first no matter what over everyone else.
Is our daughter speaking?
Yeah, exactly.
That's not
This
a
is
good
your partner.
relationship.
This is not a healthy
I
relationship.
wouldn't be in that relationship at all.
Yep.
I think that we actually can...
Yeah, it's okay. Hold on. I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. Hold on. Good. But no, good. What were you saying?
That's the wrong relationship, and you should run for the hills if there's hills around.
If there's hills around. Playboy Radio's Holli and Michael. You're live on air. I don't know who you are. I just know that you're calling from somewhere because I don't know how to work the board yet. What's up, baby? Who is this? Lance. Photographer Lance?
No,
Lance.
Armstrong, right?
No, but you know Lance. Photographer
Yes,
for
I do.
LLV Club and so many other things.
Yeah.
Lance, when we're talking about how to be happy, I want to talk two things with you. First is this. When we're talking about how to be happy in a relationship, and you do a lot of photography at what we will call modern love events, consensually non-monogamous events, where some people play with others, some people just want to be naked, some people just want to be around cool people. And you see what they can do to be happy. What is something you've witnessed far too often that is an action that is causing people to be unhappy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I agree. Rules and boundaries.
Rules and boundaries always.
And if you're willing to stretch those a little bit, as Lance is talking about, going with the flow, but you pull your partner aside and talk about it. And I would agree completely with you, Lance, that when people get what we call a little bit of liquid courage, sometimes they forget that the relationship is first. The fun they can have, quote unquote, that night is second. Yep. What conversation? I know what you mean, but share with everyone listening what you mean by the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right, and I know it's hard to hear Lance on the phone right now. What Lance is talking about is having the conversation of what is and is not okay prior to getting into the environment, whether you're in Puerto Vallarta with everybody or you're at a local club, right? I mean, is that what you're taking, Pockets?
Yeah, and you know what's funny is we have talked to, we seek a therapist proactively.
Yeah, we proactively see a therapist.
And she always tells us that your mind can create these crazy scenarios and they make you do crazy things. Your mind is a very powerful thing. And it does a lot of things. So you need to just stop thinking. You have your rules and boundaries and you know you're going to stick to those and you're not going to do anything outside that. But then just go have fun.
Lance, what do you think with that?
I think we lost it.
Yeah, awesome. Lance is saying I'll support. All right, then one last thing before I let you go. I got to figure out how to get your voice out so everybody at home can hear it too. As a photographer, you're behind the scenes. You're very confidential. You do not, I've known you the 5.5 years we've been in the lifestyle and working at events. I've known you that whole time, and I really admire and appreciate your work. How is it, though, that thank you, seriously, for letting us share in your art. How is it, though, that you understand where to be, but you also find a way, because I'm sharing, we know how to be happy, I'm sharing ways to be unhappy. I feel one way you can avoid being unhappy is having great memories of that moment. But yet, I don't ever notice you there until I see the photo you took. How is it that you're so good at capturing something, but not invading anyone's privacy? You've been in the lifestyle long yourself, right? So when you approach it, I'm going to paraphrase you because, again, I can't figure out a goddamn board list. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to let everyone hear you, too. So as somebody who's been in the lifestyle for quite a long time, you're recognizing also what you would be okay with versus not okay with, and that's the way you proceed when you're doing your photography.
He's just saying that. He's got special powers.
I know. He's one of those...
Oh, okay.
You're from S.H.I.E.L.D., right? You're one of the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and your special power was invisibility and all that kind of stuff. Wait, you're calling to thank us? Wait, he just said we're awesome. All right, you got it.
Oh. Thank you
so
much.
He just, Lance, I'm going to paraphrase, but I'm humbled when I say it. You said we're awesome. Great duo, and we do so much. Thank you so much, brother. And will we have the pleasure of seeing you in Miami for New Year's Eve 2017?
Awesome.
Can't wait to see you. You know we love you, and we'll talk off air. And we got to do. I got to tell you guys, if you've ever been around Lance Houston when he does photography, you see him, and then you don't. And it might be his invisibility cloak. I don't know. And then you see the photos because you give. Go ahead. Well. Right. There's not some weird guy with a camera walking around. Exactly.
You want the candid
and people
photos,
wear a
too.
bracelet that says they can be photographed. If you don't have that on, Lance does not take photographs of you. So again, kudos to you. Thank you for calling in and the compliments to us. We take great pride hearing that from you and hearing it from the family. So thank you very much, brother. We'll see you soon. All right. Sorry, I've got to figure out how to... If you see them, when you come have them call in here and teach me how to get the caller to come on air too with us,
yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. A couple people had said things. Michelle makes a great point. Unhappiness is a disease, and complacency makes it metastasize. That means it makes it grow. It's like a tumor. When you're unhappy, it's a disease. And...
when you're sitting there, think about it, it gets bigger and bigger, and it's probably not that even big.
Even if you don't think about it, you're just complacent. It's my life.
Right, and you're not going to do anything about it.
Right. Now, one other question before we move on, somebody asked is...
If you have a headache, you take something. You don't go, oh, you know what, I'm just going to...
Well, you should.
I'm going to be in pain and do this.
And even if you're anti-medicine, there's an herb you might take, or you might meditate or something.
You deal with it, and you get past it.
You do something in order to move past it. All right. Should you have to ask your partner to eat them out? First answer, yes, you should, because, you need consent.
Yeah.
Yes. If providing oral sex to your partner is a need, which I think is non-negotiable, or a want, which is negotiable, you must discuss it and negotiate.
Yeah.
Truly find out what it is your partner is not enjoying about it. Is that something that's making you unhappy? Very possible, because personally, you know how much I love to do it.
Oh yeah.
If I could breathe out of my ears, I don't think I'd come up.
We had a person call in one time, and they said that their wife was worried. She wouldn't let him go down on her because she was worried about scent. So, but they never talked about it for like 20 years. They didn't talk about it. But just talk to your partner. If it's that, then go wash off and make sure she's clean. And if
Right.
you really want to do that, just talk to each other. It's that easy.
It literally
That's
is that easy.
simple. Yeah.
Ken, go to llvclub.com to check out about New Year's Eve. Absolutely would love to meet you. Even if you can't make the event because the tickets are sold out, let us know. We'd love to meet you. Michelle, you're right. It adds to the mystery. Letha, our internet's working. I'm sorry yours isn't, because that can lead to unhappiness too. But complacency does suck. Complacency is, like you just said, maybe too. It's not willing to change. It's like, this is my lot in life. No, it's not. It's not your lot in life. If you know what you're doing, if you're listening to Modern Love on Playboy Radio with Holli and Michael, powered by Dash, and you realize, man, my relationship kind of has some issues. Work through them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying drop it. I'm not saying go around it. I'm saying work through them.
Right, and maybe something so simple that you just haven't talked about.
Because
or
you
maybe,
haven't asked.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe it's something big, but you have to talk about
And
it.
like Michelle Lisa said, it may have metastasized. That tumor may have grown, but you can shrink tumors.
Yeah.
Literally with chemo. I'm not saying do chemo, but inform here, to use a metaphor,
Yeah.
talk.
Yep.
Communicate with each other.
That's
And if it feels like you
that's
agree
the
on
key
nothing
point.
and you fight nonstop, maybe you should agree.
Probably underlying problems too, because I know some people just try to pick fights. The little things, they know something's bothering them, they can't tell you the big thing. So they
Well, they can, they just won't.
they won't.
They're afraid to.
So they pick on the little things, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just okay, it's done. But
It is,
you
yeah,
could
you're right.
have
You're
fixed
right.
it in the beginning, before
Right.
all the animosity, before the anger, before all the bad talk. And
Right.
remember, always fight fair.
Right. Michelle Lisa's got some good advice about eating vagina and stuff like that. Take a look at that. It's not the roadmap necessarily to Vaginaville. You might be able to get penis in Vaginaville without eating vagina.
Vaginaville.
Yeah, there's the breasts. There's the largest sexual organ.
You're back?
Okay. What's your, maybe you're back in massage. What truly is the largest sexual organ?
Your brain.
Your brain. For you,
Started
it's the
with a
back.
B.
It did start with a B. It did start with a B. Find out though, like you said, they may be afraid of scent. Unfortunately, it happens to men and women on both sides, right? They may have a past lover, man or woman, that insulted them, degraded them, abused them verbally, told them they were bad, they smelled, they weren't good, that they were eating good and they weren't, and then you're not orgasming, so it's your fault, not my fault. There's so many things that could be going on in your partner's head.
I'd have farted on his face. if
You would have
said
farted on
that.
his face? There you go, passive gas.
Take that.
Take that, ass. And if still it's just not her thing, that's okay, then maybe toys.
Yeah.
If it's then she won't reciprocate on you, it shouldn't be a, no pun intended, tit for tat. But again, what are your wants, what are your needs, and start looking at that together.
What's that joke you tell? So this guy, there's this wedding going on, and
Oh, yeah.
and the father's laughing.
No, the groom looks miserable, right?
No, he's happy.
No.
No, they're both happy.
No. Nope. The groom is miserable, and wait.
No, they're both happy.
You're right, they're both happy. And they asked the groom, why are you so happy? And he said,
I had just had the best blowjob
I've ever had.
I've ever had.
And they asked privately the bride why she's happy. And she said,
I just gave the last blowjob I've ever had.
all I'm going to have to give, yeah. How sad is that?
Yep.
Yes. Michelle's right there too. She's funny. She makes me laugh. Vaginas do not smell like freshly baked apple pie.
They do not.
They do not, because you don't want to use sugary products
Unless
down
you
there.
sit on one, and then it will.
And then it could be, oh, don't even get me
There's
started.
actually a lotion that I think it's sugar-free that you can purchase online. That
pH
you
balanced,
put,
yeah, you're
you
right.
put above, so it's just like right there, because obviously that's where your nose is going to be.
Yep.
And it tastes great, and it
Less filling?
smells great. Yeah, it's
Tastes
less
great,
filling
less
too.
filling.
I'm
Tastes
not,
great,
I'm not a
less filling.
commercial for them, but there's products out there to make you smell better down there.
Yep. And again, I mean, it's not, like she said, it's not to smell like fresh apple pie, but as long as it's too, what do I, and I've said
Neither
this.
do ball sacks.
No, neither do ball sacks, which is why I wash them. What is it I say? Two things should never smell like fish or have a bad odor. What are they?
Sushi and vagina.
Sushi vagina. So it's going to have a scent. There's a difference between scent and odor. Love a new poll I just read, and P-O-L-L pockets, not P-O-L-E. Love this new poll I just read. It was in an article. It was done by YouGov, over 1,000 respondents. Now I need to share that they did not break the respondents down by in an open relationship or non-open,
Yeah.
monogamy versus consensual non-monogamy. They did break it down by race. They did break it down by gender. They did break it down by their identification of political affiliation.
And they just broke it down.
And they just broke it down with it. And they broke it down by income. But what I found really interesting is monogamy is now optional instead of a lifestyle enforced by law.
Yeah. Oh my
For
God.
so long, and even if you're thinking of religious law, right?
Yep.
Because there are a lot of religious groups, and we're proud to hear from many religious leaders who share with us that they believe consensual non-monogamy is okay, and they share scripture and things like that.
Did you know real quick that in I don't know when it changed, but even in the 1920s that being gay was actually illegal. You went to prison.
Well, that's what they're talking about. That's what they're saying here, that monogamy, that would be sexuality, I guess you're right, not monogamy, yes. And there are unfortunately still some states where sodomy is considered illegal. In some states, blowjobs are considered illegal. Yeah.
I think there's some states in America that still have that stupid rule. They're not going
It's
to
not gonna
enforce it.
All right, let's get back on topic though with monogamy, if you don't mind.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, thank you, Mel. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it. Yeah, seriously, what's up with you right now? I love you. I'm just messing with you. So knowing that it's optional instead of a lifestyle enforced by law, I've called it a halo effect before. Go Google a halo effect so I don't spend too long telling you about it. 44% of people under 30, okay? 44% of people under 30 in this YouGov poll said that under the right circumstances, they'd be okay with their partner being sexual with someone else. That is extremely higher than the last time they did this research.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that unfortunately, even in confidential surveys and research, the person being researched worries about the impression the researcher will have about them, the way they're being perceived.
Okay, I can understand.
And so they might not answer, well, sometimes it is, unless I'm sitting with you and I'm checking things off.
Gotcha.
If it's online, it is, and even then we've seen things skewed a little bit because not everyone who has cheated wants to admit to cheating, even to themselves.
Yeah.
So this wasn't talking about cheating. They did talk about that, but I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is how the country is moving closer to consensual non-monogamy, not swinging, not polyamory, not open relationships. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
The possibility of some way, something happening that would not be considered traditional monogamy.
Okay.
Traditional monogamy, one person with one person, right?
Yeah.
Not gender specific, one person with one person, and that's it forever.
Yep.
12% said they wouldn't say no, but they're not sure if they'd say yes.
So on the fence. They're on the fence.
They're on the fence, which again, if you took the two numbers together, you're at 56% of the people that are saying either yes or on the fence.
Huh.
And I find that to be another very encouraging statistic because I don't believe the lifestyle is right for just anyone. It's available to everyone.
Yes.
But it's not right for just anyone.
There's some people out there that just
Insecure.
Insecure people.
Way too cocky.
Jealous people. Cocky people.
Cocky people we've noticed confidence, no problem.
Yeah.
Cocky.
There's a line that is crossed.
Right. I look at it this way. Confidence is when you know you're great. Cocky is when you have to tell other people you're great.
Yeah.
I mean, just a silly thing like that. Confidence is, hey, if we hook up tonight, no problem. Cocky, hey, you better hook up with us tonight if you really want to have a good time.
Right.
So there's that fine line there. And I like that more people are at least becoming open to the idea of some form of consensual non-monogamy.
Right.
39% of people in the YouGov, and it's published, go to YouGov, Y-O-U-G-O-V, look it up. 39% of people under 30 describe their current relationship as some type of consensual non-monogamy, while 60% said theirs was completely monogamous.
Completely?
Right. So I don't know, I can't challenge that. Well, I could challenge based on other research. You have to remember to take everything you read and understand that there's other studies that can prove or disprove that.
Of course.
Okay? I believe that 60% of the society in a relationship is not truly
no,
monogamous.
No.
I believe they may believe they are, but they're not.
The divorce rate wouldn't be so high.
Well, you're talking about married versus just people in relationships.
True.
This is just people in relationships.
Okay.
So I like, though, that 39% of people under 30 describe their current relationship as some type of non-monogamy, right? And you go even higher with 44% of people under 30 saying they'd be okay. It just depends on the circumstance. That's it. Only 51% of those surveyed under 30 said their ideal relationship is complete and total monogamy. My question, I didn't do part of the study, my question, though, would be, how much do you understand about complete and total monogamy?
Right. That's the same person all the time, and there's no cheating involved.
Right. And if you understand what complete and total monogamy is, do you believe you can live up to that? And I don't mean for a day or week, a month or a year. I mean for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Where would you, prior to meeting me, being in your first marriage, being Mormon until you were 18, all that kind of, where would you have placed, if we looked at a spectrum, right? Not a hierarchy, but a spectrum of 0 being completely monogamous and 6 being consensually non-monogamous. Where would you put fantasy and role-playing with just your partner on that spectrum?
That's at the beginning.
So you would say 0?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Really?
I absolutely disagree with you.
But what if it has nothing to do with other people?
You just answered why I feel it's not a 0. It does have to do with other people. If you're role-playing, I feel you're coming out of who you are and becoming somebody else.
However, you're not...
Is consensual non-monogamy only playing with somebody else? No, I'm telling you. I'm asking you. I love you, baby. I'm not arguing.
Consensual non-monogamy is...
To you, is consensual non-monogamy, is modern love, is what you and I have talked about for 5.5 years, only playing with other people?
No, it's not.
Okay.
However, you don't have to be another person when you're fantasizing or role-playing. You're just you're a character.
But isn't that another person?
No. Because it could just be a different job that you have.
See, and
if you're a lawyer and you want to be a nurse.
Then to me, I just respectfully agree to disagree. If you step out of who you are, in my opinion, to role play, on that 0 being, you're consensual, totally monogamous, 6, you're completely consensually non-monogamous, I put it at a 1 or a 2 with role playing, because you're not involving other people that are living, breathing people, but you may be bringing a celebrity hypothetically into the bedroom. You may be bringing, a school teacher, principal type thing into the bedroom, and you and your partner aren't those people.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, to me, that spectrum, right? Because, let me go back to this. If 0 is completely monogamous, honest monogamy, true, and 6 is consensual non-monogamy, if you're allowed to make out with somebody,
that's more of the 4, 5, 6.
See, that I think, though, on the scale you're using, that's a 1.
How's that a 1?
Well, it's like the basis.
That's going past monogamy because it's someone else.
But then, I'm just saying, if you believe that it would be a 0 through role playing, okay, then I think kissing is a 1. I think I would say second base is a 2.
But you just disagreed with yourself. I mean, you just contradicted yourself because you said consensual non-monogamy doesn't have to include anyone at all.
Consensual, right? That's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. Based on what I'm saying, consensual non-monogamy doesn't have to include others. It's just you and your partner.
Yeah.
But you're stepping out of the traditional halo effect where man and woman, or man and man, or woman and woman have sex only with each other, missionary style. We get it done. We hopefully have fun, and that's it. Okay. Parts of swinging to me, parts of consensual non-monogamy to me, BDSM, kink, dom, sub, isn't penetration.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the mental stimulation.
Yeah, I agree.
And so, yes, you're right that I'm not including other people, but I'm just saying, to me, when you start to act as or role play as a character that's not you, I'm not saying other people have to agree with me, but I would make that a 1. For me personally, the role playing would put somebody at a 1, not a 0.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. On Facebook Live, role play has nothing to do with people. It can be teacher-student, it can be milkman, although it opens the door for other scenarios. And that's what I'm saying. To me, it's not a 0. Yeah, exactly. To me, it's not a 0, right? It's a 1.
Okay.
I like that, though, because it's opening minds.
True.
Will it lead somewhere else? I don't know. And I understand why you put it as a 0, because it's really just the two of them still doing the same thing.
Right.
I just believe that you don't have to include others, because then I look at that scale what do you need 1 through 5 for? It's either 0, they're monogamous, or 6, they're consensually non-monogamous.
There's no middle.
There'd be no middle ground.
Yeah.
So that's why it's interpretable.
Yeah.
It's called a Likert scale.
Likert.
When and then you add it up and you do that kind of stuff.
Do you know what's funny? If they did this test, if they did this survey and they knew the partners and they asked one partner like separate of the other partner, what they would say if they says, I would be okay doing it, but I don't want my partner doing it. I wonder how many people and what gender would be different.
I remember how many people would actually do that survey because they don't want to know, or they want to know and their partner wouldn't want them to know what they,
True.
It would be de-identified, so you'd presume, but that would be, I would like to see that too, and we can do things like that. It's just, it's progressing versus regressing. I feel the concept of monogamy being just one thing. Sexuality has become a spectrum. You have people that don't identify as male or female anymore.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's sapiosexual, there's bisexual, there's gender neutral, there's all those things.
Yeah.
I want to see marriage. Actually, no. I want to see monogamy on a spectrum. And where we stop judging people for being on either end of the spectrum, recognizing that no matter where you are in that spectrum, as long as you're being honest and open, is acceptable.
I totally agree with you.
So that's how I look at it, is that there's that spectrum there.
Mm-hmm.
So when 51% of those surveyed under 30 said their ideal relationship is complete and total monogamy, but 49% fell somewhere on the spectrum, I'm happy.
That's a lot.
I actually believe that number's higher because...
Compared to even 5 years ago, I'm sure that it's
Oh,
higher.
yeah. Well, you and I did research through the Pew Institute. I know you joke around with the Pew Institute.
Yeah.
That found the number to be higher. They're trigger words. Swinger is a trigger word. Polyamory, if they understand it, is a trigger word. Sex is a trigger word. Mm-hmm. So those kind of things. And since sexuality and gender, some great podcasts out there. Talked about this before. I know that's my tummy. Talked about this
God, I
before.
can hear that.
Some amazing podcasts out there, not on Playboy Radio, that talk about, hey, we're swingers and we had sex with these people and you should come have sex with us and we'll show you how or where to go. Often you and I will discuss in any type of consensual non-monogamous relationship where you can go to meet others, what to do when you meet others, how to get started, where to get started, what to wear, how to look, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How you look is up to you, but we share ideas. What I like is then taking it one step further, and I'm proud Playboy Radio has allowed you and I, Holli and Michael, to do this, and we're powered by Dash Radio. If you're listening on Facebook Live, go download the app, the Dash Radio app. Hey, come here one second. The Dash Radio app through Apple, iOS, and Google Play. I'm going to ask one of the engineers real quick. We had a caller come in, how do I get it to play on those speakers?
Only when your mics are off.
So I would have to turn my mic off?
Yeah.
And then turn my mic back on?
Yeah, because it plays through your headphones.
So I turn my mic off, and I let the caller.
Yeah.
All right, see, we're learning? We're all learning.
All the mics have to be off.
All the mics have to be
my
off.
God.
Go to the caller, and when the caller's...
If the mic's on and these play,
Right.
feedback will come through the
Gotcha.
mic.
So if I turn both our mics off, turn the caller on,
You can
323-230-4610, then I turn our mics back on after.
You can go, hey, how's it going?
Gotcha. All right, cool. That makes sense.
I like that demonstration. How's it going?
I know. So I look at that spectrum though, and I love that we do that here. Powered by Dash Radio, over 80 stations here, music and talk. So proud to be part of the family here. So I'm looking at sexuality and gender, right?
Yeah.
And I feel that it's a good thing they're not understood. Okay, they're understood as not being binary, meaning one thing, right?
Okay.
Or two things. Two things.
Bye.
Male, woman, man, woman, right?
Right.
Monogamous, non-monogamous.
Yeah.
There's that
This
spectrum.
could be like a Morocco
Yeah, seriously.
dance.
So sexuality and gender aren't understood as binary anymore. My question to everybody is, does monogamy have to be? Does monogamy have to be binary? Monogamous, non-monogamous, right?
You can have so many in betweens that it's limitless.
That's what I'm saying. If 51% of people under 30 reported that their ideal relationship would be completely monogamous, compare that to 58% of people ages 30 to 44 who say it needs to be completely monogamous.
Wow.
And 63% of individuals 45 to 60, I don't buy it.
I don't either.
I don't buy it. And my question is, I want to use the icon himself, Mr. Hefner. If you went back to when he created Playboy and what society said and warned him and all that, and he said, you know what? Let's see.
Yeah.
And he created, not only is the Bunny one of the top 5 most recognized brands in the world, the Playmates in the magazine here in the USA, and the articles in the magazine are phenomenal.
Yeah.
He said, I believe people want women to be empowered. I believe that we can get articles about life in general and good and bad and positives and negatives, and people will learn. Right? You and I talk now about empowering couples instead of just individuals.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be binary. It just doesn't. And I don't know, I still think not everyone was being honest with me.
I don't think so either.
Because people are afraid to tell the truth.
They are, because once it's said, then it may be real, and they don't want to say it out loud.
They don't want to say it out loud. They're afraid to say it out loud. Playboy Radio's Holli and Michael, Modern Love, live, powered by Dash Radio. Call us 323-230-4610 or leave us a message Facebook Live right now, Michael Pockets. All right. What has society taught to all of us 40 years and younger about relationships? Because right now I'm drilling down on relationships.
Yeah.
Again, we can get back and be swinger specific. You and I are the world's leading experts considered. I'm not saying we are, but we're considered the world's leading experts on swingers, living the lifestyle. We're considered experts on consensual non-monogamy. But when I look at relationships and what society has said to those of us under 40, now take out Holli Pockets, educator, Playboy Radio co-host, Playboy TV co-host, Playboy TV reality star, Playboy model 3 times. Take all of that out.
Yeah.
What do you think society growing up has said to all of us under 40 and people over 40, but looking
Right.
under 40 about relationships?
That a better one's around the corner, that you can find a different person, and if you're tired of this, just go, leave them, get divorced. Back in the olden days, I think that I know divorce was very looked down upon. However, maybe they tried harder than we do. Maybe, there was not a lot of opportunity. However, you don't have to make that what your life is.
Right.
You can say, this is my partner, I'm going to stick with them, and if it's bad, leave. But
put in the time, put in the effort,
put in
and
the
try
effort,
to make it
of
work.
course. But I think 40 and under are just like, next.
Mind you, that if you believe that joining a relationship or a community such as swingers, polyamory, BDSM, dom, sub, kink, any of that, and the real ones, not the fake 50 Shades one.
Yeah.
Michelle Lisa can give you a lot of feedback. We can't too, but definitely Michelle Lisa can give you a lot of feedback on that. It is not going to fix your relationship. Excuse me. If something's bad, you and I, as you said earlier, proactively see a therapist every basically 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we find things to talk about because we want to make sure our parenting style doesn't change. And we want to make sure our views haven't changed. And we want a third person there at times. Do that if you can. If you can't afford to do that, then be willing to talk to each other. Because with what you just said, I feel what it's taught people under 40 especially, maybe over 2, but definitely people under 40, is that even though we were brought up in a society that aggressively pushed a pure monogamous agenda,
Oh, yeah.
it was teaching that our goal in life is to find our one true love. Those under 40 have begun to reject it.
Yeah.
And they've realized that monogamy doesn't hold the appeal it once had. I am not saying don't be monogamous. I am not saying don't be just with your partner. What I'm saying, though, is I believe the push of monogamy that occurred, and I'm Italian Catholic, by the Catholic Church, by many religions, by the Mormon, all that is, no, you can't touch yourself. BS, touch yourself. Learn about your body.
You have to.
Masturbate.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you don't know your body, how can a man learn about your body? How can a man learn? Men,
A lot of fun, too.
yeah, thank you. It's a lot of fun. Men, masturbate. I'm a big believer that if you masturbate before a date, you might last longer on your date. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just one of those things. I don't know. I'm more into letting you do it for me.
Thank you. You're lazy.
It just no.
Lazy
I like your
masturbator.
vagina. I like your vagina. 323-230-4610. Thank you for the calls that are up there. I didn't see them. Call back. I will take the call, and I've learned how to get you on. Okay. You hit on this. The last 2 generations.
You didn't learn how to get them off?
I'm gonna learn how to get you on now. Yeah, I got you off. No, actually, you fell off. I know. Anyway, a healthy relationship can lead to a successful life together with your partner.
Yeah.
Life partners.
Yeah.
And no matter how you choose to live that life in that relationship. Read something about Anna Faris being married to Chris Pratt. We'll talk about that another time. But whether you're a celebrity in the big picture, or you're a celebrity in your area, or whatever it is,
Or your own mind.
or you're a legend in your own mind. That's me. Recognizing, though, that you have the power to decide what is and what is not going to happen.
Yeah.
is huge. In the last 2 generations, I believe the millennials, people screw up with the age of the millennials. Some would say we're millennials, some would say we're the generation right before millennials. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't pay
Before.
attention to all that.
But I feel the last 2 generations grew up a lot with divorced parents. Now, you didn't. I did, and many people I knew. In December of 2015, I'm going to go back to data from the Pew Research Institute.
Okay.
They revealed that only 62% of children right now live with their 2 married biological parents, and that is an all-time low for our country.
That seems
high, right?
High though.
Well, again, where people tell the truth.
60% is crazy high.
Well,
if there's 50%
yeah, but
chance of divorce.
That's of marriages that have been together for 20 years.
Huh.
So it's not 50% of the marriages that start in 15 are going to end in 16.
Yeah.
Remember, it's a longitudinal study when they look at it. But 62% of children live with 2 married parents.
Wow.
Right.
To each other?
That's what I know, and I looked deeper. That's a good point. I looked deeper into that.
Uh-huh.
I am presuming they meant
To each
with their biological parents, because they actually don't list that. But what's sad is that's an all-time low. And I feel it's sad because if parents communicated more, right? Families don't stay together for the kids. But as you wrote in that new article, Giving Great Head,
Yeah.
if you feel there's any spark there, what did you say?
Gotta relight it.
Find ways.
Yep.
Find ways
Throw
to
some
relight it.
Gas on it. Not that kind of gas.
Yep. And Michelle's saying it too, to quote her, and I was about to actually say the exact same thing. We can't treat life. So, Kerry Brown once compared swinging. As a single man, he compared swinging to going to a buffet.
Yes.
You pay to eat,
Yeah.
so you pay to get in the door.
Right.
And just because you pay to get in, now, at a lifestyle party, you do not have the opportunity to touch everyone or have sex with everyone. No, you must ask permission, you must be respectful. But at a buffet, you pay the fee, you can have everything that's there.
Yes.
Should you?
No.
Because you might get sick.
Well, I tell you that all the time.
It's understanding that just because, as we've said before, the option is there,
Right.
you don't have to eat it
Yes.
or take it.
You don't have to eat everything.
The option is available to you.
Yeah, which
right?
is nice to have.
Yeah. And relationships can be like a buffet. Take what you want, and if you can't find something, get a little bit out of something else, as long as it's consensual with your partner.
That's a good way to put it.
It's a great way Michelle put it. I had it written down here, almost exact. So I'm glad she put it there, and it reminded me to look at that. I am not suggesting you cheat. I am. What time is it, by the way?
We have to head out now.
Oh my God, we have to head out now. All right, last but not least, I believe we live in a generation of options. No longer are we confined to date the boy or girl next door. You've got Tinder, you've got Bumble, you have all these other websites like Swingy that you can find the boys and the girls all over the world. And I feel we could call this I believe this is a generational sexual revolution because it's involving those 18 to 50 and older. No longer is it the sexual. I believe we're evolving, the generational sexual evolution, not revolution.
Yes.
We're evolving to understand it's okay to be sexual.
Yes,
A lot of time got by us. Thank you for joining us on Facebook Live, which is Michael Pockets. Don't forget to download the Dash Radio app. Again, Android and Apple. It's Dash Radio. It's free to listen, commercial free. At SwingTime69 on Twitter, Instagram.
Real Holly Pockets?
Real Holli Pockets. Everyone, seriously, thank you again for joining us. Sorry, so distracted looking at the messages here. Are you ready, baby?
Yep.
Swing.
Swing.
We love you, family. Now we have to figure out how to turn this off.
And someone should have do it.
There we go. Oh, sorry. No new peace out?
Peace out.
Peace out. Thank you, guys. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow.